But did the ocean breeze pacify you?
Good day, good people. I hope you are having a wonderful, blessed, whatever day. And if it ain't a good day, I hope we can bring some light to your day on today. Welcome to the second episode of Jojo and
Dee.
yes, we are back. We are back for another episode. And what are we talking about today, D'Angela? What are we talking about today?
The big C word.
And that's not cancer. God bless you.
Yeah, not cancer. We don't want to talk about that. That's negative. We want to keep it a little on the positive note.
Although it's real.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But that's not the big C of today.
It's not. No, that's not the big C. Mm-mm. You ready for the big C?
Tell the people. Tell the
The
people.
big C is ding 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 ding. Drum roll, please. Consistency.
That was my wave of consistency. A continuous wave. Non-stagnant water. You know, let me pull up my phone. Let me look down. Excuse me for a second, people. Gotta look down at my notes on the phone.
A mess.
All right. So we thought it would be appropriate to begin with the definition of consistency. Mm-hmm. So, do you have a definition as well? Because I'm going to say mine. Do you have one too? Or are you just going to agree with what I say?
I think I'm going to agree with you on this one. Let's see what you're cooking up here.
Okay. All right. If you didn't know what that was, the gas stove was turning on. All right. So, according to Webster's dictionary, I mean, not Webster. This is Google, y'all. I just typed it in on Google. And I like the second definition that comes up. It says, the achievement of a level of performance that does not greatly, that does not vary greatly in quality over time. Oh, Lord, my computer just remind me later. Okay. All right. So the achievement of a level of performance that does not vary greatly in quality over time. Since I read it, and this is what we do in church, right? They say, okay, Sister Jovette, you read the definition. Sister D, will you please expound and your thoughts on this definition?
Sure. So I like how you said achieve. That word achieve, which means that when you are consistent and when we're dealing with being consistent, you should be striving for something greater. And also within that definition, you talked about something to the extent where it's not varying greatly with the performance.
In quality.
Thank you. Yeah. In quality. So, of course, when we're thinking about being consistent and doing some things that are consistent, you know, you want to keep everything basically uniform. You want to keep everything at a certain level to where most likely, you know, you're achieving. I'm stumbling here, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. You know, you want to be consistent without variation. And of course, being consistent, you should be able to maintain. So that's pretty much what I got from the definition of consistency.
So with that, right, in establishing that, mm-hmm. how do we describe that in a positive light and not, because consistency can go both ways, right? You can be, I don't want to say consistently bad, but you can be consistently good as well. You can be consistent at, you know, gaining weight. You can be consistent at losing weight. You can be consistent at, you know, these 2 years, I'm on my plan, doing exactly what I want to do, and I'm going in a direction that's positive. The next 2 years, you could say, hey, I'm just really tired of doing this way. I want to flip it up. But you go through those cycles, right? So how do we, what would you, in it, trying to get my question right. So what is it, the consistency? What consistency is it that you're looking for? Like, and trying to do? What is your goal in that consistency, in establishing consistency, or breaking the cycle to create a new consistency?
I like how you put that, because that's basically what I'm trying to do. When I go after something, of course, when I'm working with consistency, I'm going after a certain goal. So basically, I'm trying to break my old habit, right? Of maybe not doing nothing. Let's just take exercising for an example, because everybody wants to exercise and be the best, have the best body that they can have. So that within itself is something positive, right? But in order to achieve those goals, you know, you break it down into, you want to have your little SMART goals. Hey, I'm going to do this day, or do this another day. But it's all combined together. You have to remain consistent in what your workouts. You have to remain consistent in what your eating habits. Even a lot of times we may lose focus or lose sight of this, but you have to remain consistent with your prayer, right? Because losing weight, or when you're trying to work towards any goal, you need that, to have that prayer life, because you can't achieve anything, you know, by your own will, because you just can't.
That
So
is a fact.
when I'm looking at consistency, I'm basically looking forward to achieving something and really breaking the cycle of those old habits. So that's pretty much my reason for being consistent. And you can also go back to being consistent on your job, right? You don't want to lose employment. So guess what? You get up, you go to work, you do what you need to do, and you be consistent. You remain consistent at a certain level so that you can move to a different level. So that's basically how I roll with my consistency. Trying to
Yeah.
move up, up, up.
And going up, and we up, and we up, up. So, with that being said, for me, I know that I struggle in an extended consistency. So, when something is new and something is fresh, I usually don't have a problem with being able to continue in that behavior, because I have that push and that motivation. It's it's hard when things start coming against you and coming against me. I always find a way to then make an excuse
Mm-hmm.
to not do something, and then I'm back in an unhappy place because I decided to break that consistency. For an example, like, I just want to let y'all know we don't talk about anything on here that is not completely relevant to our lives. Okay. So, breaking it down, last week I made a goal. I was like, I'm going to work out every day and close my exercise ring on my Apple Watch. I did good Monday through Friday, but Saturday came and I had a lot going on Saturday. And so I just let it die on Saturday. And then there was Sunday. I had church again, and I was just like, no. Basically, that's what I said to myself was no. Well, Monday comes around. It's now raining, and I'm like, no. But that was like not that was me making an excuse, because bottom line is, your consistency and my consistency, anybody's consistency, boils down to how bad do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
How bad do you want it? Clearly, I don't want certain things bad enough. Otherwise, I would have gone above and beyond and not let the rain be an excuse, not let me wanting to go to bed early be an excuse, because there's no reason why I couldn't take 30 minutes out of my day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fact. So a lot of times we make those excuses, and I know that's what my struggle is, inconsistency. And it's rooted in a fear, right? It's rooted in a fear that I now have to maintain a certain level. I now have to maintain A, B, C, and D. And I let my fear of maintaining A, B, C, and D stifle me, right? And I stay in the same position. And that's what, at the end of the day, that's what this show represents for both of us, is breaking that, right? We talked about it last week. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch the first episode. Us breaking that and using this show as a way to train ourselves to break that and mold ourselves and create that element of consistency. Mm-hmm. And guess what? It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Hey, it's gonna be all right. Hey. So, in the next month, let's go ahead and bring it in. Like, well, move it along a little bit. In the next month, I want y'all to think about this too, and I'm gonna ask you, D'Angelo, you're gonna ask it, but I want y'all too to also put this down in the comments below. In the next 2 months, or in the next month, let's say in next month, we're gonna give ourselves a little challenge. Challenge time.
30 days.
30-day challenge. Ting. What are the top 2 things you want to be consistent in? So, starting from the day that you watch this, give yourself 30 days and focus on those 2 areas of consistency that you want to establish in your life. And so, I'm going to kick it over to you, D, and go ahead and discuss like 2 things that you would like to work on consistency for the next 2 months, in the next 30 days. And we're going to give you an update. We will. Definitely not going to leave it. We're going to definitely talk about it. So go ahead.
First of all, I really don't know why you asked me this question, because it's not just 2 things. So it's really kind of difficult for me to narrow this thing down right now.
Narrow it to the top 2.
Give you
top 2.
Top 2.
Yeah.
Why'd you do me like this, y'all? But anyway, so my first one, I already mentioned it, because this is something that's going to never end with me as long as I live, is being consistent with my workout plan or workout regimen or what have you. That's my number 1, of course. Right? And then, so to piggyback off of that, for my number 2, is I want to be consistent in reducing my stress level. So this is a big one for me. So of course, we have the exercising and everything, So I'm looking forward to doing more of like meditation, prayer, and just making sure that I'm, reducing that stress level. So those are 2 things that I want to remain consistent in for the upcoming month. And I'm going to do it. Trust me, I'll do it. And I know it'll help me be a better me, and also give you guys some good episodes coming up. So we'll be good with it.
So good stuff. For me, since I put the question on her first, for me, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it very simple, and it may sound real trivial, but I'm about to let y'all in, because why not? I'm a consistently, when I take my clothes out of the dryer, I'm going to put them in their respective places.
Yes.
And not in my clean clothes pile. All right. I know I'm not the only one in this green earth.
You're not.
That struggles with that. And for me, I know that would really help me out greatly because it's a whole mindset thing for me. So take my clothes and put them up where they supposed to go. Number 2, I want to consistently pay attention and execute eating better. That's cause right now, y'all, French fries are like one of my most favorite. Did I say favorite like twice? They are one of my most. I love them things. I
but
could
French
eat them.
fries are vegan, and vegan is good, right?
You see my face. Everything that's vegan is not healthy because I made some vegan peanut butter cookies and they were delicious. Guess what? They were not nutritious. Oh, man. I'm just listen. Me and French fries, I can tell you pretty much how all the French fries taste from whatever fast food restaurant it is. Like that's.
So who has the best French fries, hands down, in your opinion?
That neck didn't come here. You see that? That didn't come here from not eating French fries from nowhere. My favorite fries, hands down. You know, fresh, hands down, with the right amount of salt. McDonald's. Can't nobody beat McDonald's fries though.
Yeah.
Especially on Free Fries Friday. If y'all don't have the McDonald's app, download the McDonald's app. You're missing out on free food.
I can't do
cheap
that.
food.
I can't do that because you trying to tell me that I need to be consistent. I just can't let myself download this app because I'm trying to be consistent. I got goals.
And you're right. And I just didn't plug McDonald's and their horribleness of their app. But, you know, when I could get a large fry, a double cheeseburger, and a large drink for $3.46, like, I mean, we're not talking about a medium fry. I'm talking about a large fry, a double cheeseburger, and a large drink for $3.46.
That's how they get us all the time because it's cheap.
But then I go over here. We're about to bring up another issue on this, but that'll be a topic for another episode. But why is it that when I want to eat a certain way, unless we cook at home and control it yourself, why is that we have to pay? Why do we have to pay $12 for some bird food? Like, why?
Is it bird or rabbit food?
Either one. Rabbits, birds, stuff that does not have substance. I need substance in my food. But I am consistent in eating bad, but I'm going to break that. In the name of Jesus. Speak those things. Speak them. We speaking them now. That's just what's so hard about it, you know.
Yes.
But and I kind of touched on this a minute ago. We were talking about the fear of success or the fear of actually doing it and maintaining it. But if y'all have never looked at a book called The Big Leap, it's by Gay Hendricks, called The Big Leap. And one of the first chapters in the book talks about self-sabotage. And self-sabotage is what keeps us from operating in our zone of genius. And we do things to to keep us ourselves down. So, like, why do we do that? Why? Like, why do you think we do that, D? Like for real though.
I don't know. But it's so common. I pretty much do it every day. And I think a lot of it comes from being worried about what people are going to have to say about us, whether we do good or do bad. It's just the thought of all eyes may be on me. So I'm going to self-sabotage before I even put myself out there to get my feelings hurt. So that's why I think, most of the time mine's come from. It's like, ooh. And then what if I do great? And then what would be that next step of accountability as well? So, hey.
Accountability.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Accountability. That's.
Yep. When you in the place for so long, you get comfortable and you see what all needs to be done. But then moving up to the next level, just like with the moving up to another level of consistency, you're gonna be held accountable for making sure you achieve that and you maintain that level of consistency. So
quality, and that's the thing. When you get to a certain point, right, you can't. Your quality has to increase, or it'll suffer. And a lot of times when we break our consistency, and we've grown to a certain point, and we try to go back to doing things that we were doing before, the quality greatly suffers. And that's what we have to really sit down and realize. Like, you have to ask yourself that question, and I'm asking myself that question, like, what do I want my quality to be like? And this is no offense against Popeyes, but do I want my quality to be like Popeyes, or do I want to be my quality to be something on the level of Chick-fil-A? Like when you get a good Popeyes chicken, man, you got a good Popeyes chicken.
You know what I'm saying?
But you could go to the Popeyes, a half a mile away, and it's not the same. The quality isn't there. The source is the same, but the enactment of the final product is not the same. But it's like when you go to Chick-fil-A, all your chicken tenders are going to taste literally the same as they did that half a mile radius away.
There's that level of consistency right there. It's consistent throughout the whole chain. Can't go wrong.
And so that's why people flock there.
Yep.
They flock because it doesn't matter what franchisee owns that Chick-fil-A.
Are people flocking to you because of your consistency? Are they going to be hanging around you for a lifetime because of your consistency?
And are you okay? Are you okay with settling for mediocrity? Or are you okay with that because you're still making money? I may not have the best tasting chicken, but I'm still making money. I'm still providing to people, and people are still coming to me. But is that the image that you really want to put out? Like, I'm asking myself this question as we're having this conversation. Like, real talk. Is what, not that I'm worried, right? Not that I'm worried about what other people think, but I know what I'm able to produce, and am I producing at my best at any given time? Like, that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does it? Okay.
Makes a lot of sense, but it's a lot to take in and think about.
Yeah, this is my deep breath thinking. Like, wow. Yeah. Step by step. We haven't said it today. Step by step.
Day by day.
Something. Do. Hit it with my Tina Turner.
Any Full House fans out there?
Full House.
Not the remake, though. Not the remake. We talking about the one back in the day.
I thought we were talking about Step by Step, the TV show, girl, not Full House. Although they were spinoffs. They were spinoffs of each other on TGIF. Step by Step. That was a real show, Step by Step.
No, but what's the theme song for Full House? Oh, God.
The second time around.
That's where I get that from. Step by step, day by day.
No.
It's been a long week, y'all. Sorry. We getting everything mixed up. Sorry.
We're going to have to look this up.
We'll have an answer for you.
Look, we're going to have it right now. Here we go. Right here. Well, minus the ad. Hold on 2 seconds, y'all. Here we go. I'm going to cut it out. We're going to come in.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening.
Y'all, it's the wrong one, clearly. This is the longest pause ever. Longest tangent ever, I guess what she said. I don't know where I got that from. It's been a long week, y'all. Cut this part out.
No, it's here.
Trying to break the cycle.
We're going to break the cycle. This is Step by Step theme song.
Oh, I remember that down the roller coaster.
I'm always lost. Will there ever be second time around? Oh, when the tears are over and the moment has come, say my Lord.
Side note, complete side note, y'all. Y'all remember TGIF Fridays or TGIF? The lineup with Family Matters, Step by Step. I think for a while Alf was on there too. Y'all can help us out.
You remember Alf?
I used to watch Alf all the time. I used to watch a lot of TV.
I didn't watch no Alf.
And now I used to watch. I used to watch. He was a little alien. Alf was an alien on the news.
And that's why I didn't watch it. Clear.
They were in the same area as like Who's the Boss and all of that. 90s television at its best.
No.
So you had those shows, and you had like stuff like Jamie Foxx and Living Single, and in the later 90s, Moesha.
Yeah, those are the shows I watched. I don't know.
And Sister. Well, Sister started, I think, like 94. Y'all, I really love television.
Clearly, because I'm so out of the loop.
Especially sitcoms. I watch a ridiculous amount of TV. I'm consistent with that. Let's put it that way.
Let's talk about it.
I'm consistently watching TV, but I have to watch it in my own time.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just watch it like because everybody say watch it.
Right.
Like, yeah. I just can't. I have to be in the mood for it. me think about something that a lot of people watch now, but I'm really not in the mood for it. The Handmaid's Tale. That's a good one. Something that a lot of people watch. And one day I'm going to get in the mood for it, but not today. Anyway, we all the way left. We consistently all the way left on this right now. Yeah. So, any parting things that we want to talk about? Have we gone through everything? Y'all, please let us know. Let us know if expound in the comments too on consistency. Don't forget the 30-day challenge. Let me see.
Remember your 2 things.
Remember your 2 things. And you can just say yes or no in 30 days. You can give a thumbs up. And that's okay. If it's not a thumbs up, guess what? You tried. And it makes you better than you were before. Mm-hmm. But
step by step.
Day by day. The second time around. So the last thing I have on the docket is striving. It's a statement more so than a discussion topic, and we talked about it. Striving to make success your consistent point and not failure. Mm-hmm. Point blank in the period. That's what we're working on.
Boom.
Let's go. Until we have any other parting words or thoughts now, anything else to talk about? Tell them where to follow you. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
And what's my page again? I'm just kidding. J. Sue Riley on Instagram.
All right, and you can find this on the Just Joe Vet YouTube page. Also follow me on Instagram at Just Joe Vet. All right, until next time, it's JoJo and Dee. Peace out. One love. Jesus Christ. Remember that. Guess what? We out.
But did the ocean breathe?